Good morning, dear students. Myself, Ashish Kumar Sahu, lecturer in IT. Today, I am going to take the practical classes of class 11 in Java programming language. We all know that Java programming language is an object-oriented programming language. And for running the Java programming language, we need a software that is NetBeans IDE. Using NetBeans IDE means it is a complete environment, integrated development environment using which we can develop Java applications. Java applications or Java programming language is a very secure programming language. It is very simple, easy to learn, and it is platform independent. That means it can run on any type of operating system. It is portable. That means a program created in one computer with any hardware software configuration, it can run in any other computer having different hardware software configuration. It is also a dynamic programming language and is a very secure programming language because in any other programming languages like C and C++, the source code that is written by the user is directly converted to object code by the compiler. But in Java, the source code is converted into an intermediate bytecode by Java compiler, and then that bytecode is converted into the object code by JVM, that is Java Virtual Basic. So we are going to create a Java program. I will discuss about the four programs in this class. The first program is to find a simple interest by inputting the data like P, T and R, principal, rate of interest in time. Then we have to find the division and percentage of student by entering the marks in 4 subjects like physics, chemistry, math and computer science or IT. Then we will discuss about how to create this pattern of the stars or the asterisk marks using the loops. Next we will discuss about the concept of inheritance. The inheritance means how the properties of one class is inherited or transferred to another class. So we will discuss one by one in the theory first, then we will go for the practicals. In Java, the total environment of Java is like this, in which this is called the palette window, and this is the window where we have to make the design and write the codes. This is the design and source. Means on this window, I have to create the design and I have to write the coding of the Java programming language. And this palette window consists of different GUI components like text box, labels, text field controls, checkbox controls, radio button controls, buttons, reset buttons. All those controls are present in this palette window, which are to be dragged and dropped on this design window, design area to create the design. So for creating the simple interest programming language, we have to just first click on the file. Here is the file, this is the menu bar, and this is Java application 1. So this total is a software that is NetBeans IDE. I am drawing the software NetBeans IDE, NetBeans IDE केमती हमें create करें. So this file, we will go to the file, we will create a new project here, and we have to give the project name. Project name, suppose Java application 1, but the default name is Java application 1, Java application 2 like this, but we can provide our own user defined names also. So by providing name, this type of window will be created using a main.java file. In this main.java file, we have to create the program. But we know that the first program is a simple interest program. So to create a simple interest program, we need 3 variables like principal, interest and the time. So we have to create a design like this. Enter principal, enter rate of interest and enter time. You have to give a button here like find SI, then simple interest rates. So using this design, there are mainly 4 labels are there. These are known as labels, which have to be drag and drop from the caret filter on the forms. So 4 labels are there: label J, label 1, J, label 2, J, label 3, J, label 4. This is the text field. So J text field, we have to identify, mainly we have to identify which controls we are using in the Java. These are the controls we are using in the Java. Labels, these are the text field controls, and this is the button. So we will enter the data in those text field controls. In text field control data enter kariba. Then we will when we click this button, the simple interest will be shown on this J text field 4. So we have to take the data from J text field 1, J text field 2, J text field 3, and we have to show the result in the text field 4. The simple coding is, this is the design part. When we click on the source part, we have to write down the coding like this. And the design I have made here is mainly not on the main form. This is by when this is the project 1. Suppose this is project 1, and by right click on the project 1, we have to select JFrame form. On this JFrame form, you have to create the design. On the form, you have to create the design. Okay, and in the main page, you have to create the object from the class using which we will access the data. So we'll write the coding in the computers. The next programming language, the next is program is to find the percentage and division of a student by entering the marks in 4 subjects. So for this, we did what? We will go for the new project in Java. We'll give a project name like percentage and division. Then we'll make a new JFrame form. We'll create a new JFrame form, and on that form we will place all the controls that is required for the application. Like the controls are on the design form. On the JFrame form, I have to create this design. Enter marks in physics. Enter marks in chemistry. Enter marks in IT. Enter marks in maths. So when we click this button calculate, you can see we will have the result like this: total marks, percentage, and division. Mainly I have chosen the 4 programming languages for your plus 2 first year, that's class 11. One, the simple programming language with number of steps, using no loops and no conditions. The first one is simple interest. Then I will use some conditions, conditional statements like if and if else, or ANSYS ladder in this programming language. In the third programming language, I will use the loops, and the fourth programming language will read the concept of inheritance. Okay. So we click on the calculate. We have how many controls we are taking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 label controls we are taking. J label 1, J label 2, J label 3, J label 4, 5, 6, 7. How many text field controls are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 text field controls are there. J text field 1, J text field 2, J text field 3, J text field 4. In J text field 5, 6 and 7 you will display the total marks, percentage and division. So we have to enter the marks and we will display the result here. So this is the second program, and we will write down the coding in the computer, and I will explain that in the third programming language is using the loop. How we will create the following structure of the patterns of stars. This is a simple program using the loops by printing the stars in the consoles. By printing the stars in the consoles, we have to use the loops. Like, for example, these are known as the rows. You know that these are the rows. How many rows are there? There are 5 rows. Now, how many columns are there? There are 5 columns. So, in the first row, you have to print 1 star. In the second row, you have to print 2 stars. Then 3, 4, 5. Number of row increases means number of stars or the pattern increases. So, we have to just take row for R for row and C for column. For R is equal to 1, it will start from a row number 1. R less than equal to 5, it will go to number of columns, number of rows 5, then R plus plus, increment type. Then another loop will be taken in a loop for the columns. C is equal to 1, C less than equal to R, C plus plus. Then inside this loop you have to print. For printing any data on the Java, you have to write down system dot out dot println. Dot print. There are two things. One is print, one is println. Print means it will display the data on the same, or it will display the data in the console in the same line, and println means it will display the data in different lines. So this one is finished. Next, I am going to write down system dot out dot println. So you can see this. This is the total program. For the first variable r is equal to 1, r is integer, c is integer, r is equal to 1, 1 less than equal to 5, yes true, r plus plus. This is the outer loop and this is the inner loop. Okay. So in the inner loop, c is equal to 1, column is equal to 1, c is 1, r is 1. So this condition is true. 1 is less than equal to r. Then it will print system.out.print means it will print what? It will print star. So it will print star. Next, it will go in the inner loop. The value of c will be incremented because c plus plus is there. The value of c will be incremented, that is 2. 2 is not less than equal to r, or that the value of 1. So this will not be executed. It will go outside loop, that is Barbasivo. In outside loop, it is written system.out.println means it will only go to the next line. It will only go to the next line. Next, outer loop, so for r is equal to 1 kila, r plus plus ala, it will be r is equal to 2. So 2 less than equal to 1, 2 less than equal to 5, yes, 2 plus plus in the inner loop, c again starts from 1. So c again starts from 1, the value of c 1, this is 2. So 1 less than equal to 2, yes, it will print star. Then it again go to inner loop, 2 less than equal to 2, it will again print another star. So for each row is equal to 1, this is to print 1 star. Row 2, it will print 2 stars. For row 3, it will print 3 stars. For row 5, it will print 5 stars. So after r is equal to 5, the total loop will be stopped. It will stop executing. So this will be the output of our program. The last program that we will discuss in this programming language is the concept of inheritance. So what is inheritance? Inheritance means when one class is created from another class, the new class derives the properties of the old class. So if there are two classes, class A and class B, if class B is created from one class A or class B is inherited from class A, then class B inherits the properties of class A. That means it will acquire the properties of class A. So all the properties will be replaced to class B. So if we create an object of class B, then it can access the data members and methods. We know that a class is a concept. What is a class? A class is a concept, or class is a collection of similar data types, similar objects, and it is a collection of different features. Like one is its data members, and another is its methods. So when A is a class, that means it may have some data members and may have some methods for class A. For class B, there may be also some data members and there may be some methods. So if I will create an object of class B, then it can access the data members and methods of its parent class, and it can access the data members and methods of itself. So that is the concept of inheritance. So this is a single. There are different types of inheritance in Java, like single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. But we will discuss a simple one, that is single inheritance. Means when one class is created from another class, this one is known as the parent class, and this is called the child class, or this is called the base class, this is called the derived class, or super class or subclass. So it will acquire the parent child class, or the derived class will acquire the properties of the parent class. This we have to derive. That means in this program we will create a class A, we will create another class B from class A. How to create a class from another class? Using the extends keyword. That means I have to write it. For this, I will only write class A, its statements. For this, I have to write class B extends A. So class B extends A means class B will acquire from the property of class A, or class B is created from class A. So we will discuss all these 4 programming languages in practically using the computers. Thank you.
So very good morning. As we have discussed earlier in the theory classes that we have to conduct 4 practical papers in Java programming languages. The first one is how to find the simple interest in Java programming language. So let us see. In the screen, this is NetBeans IDE 6.9, the version 6.9. So this is the IDE in which we have to create a Java application, or we have to create Java application. This is the text editor, a simple text editor like Notepad or anything else, in which we have to write a Java coding, we have to debug, have to compile, and we have to find the results or output. So when we click this NetBeans IDE, it will open like this, and this you can see. The first one is this, the NetBeans IDE 6.9 is written, and this one is the tool menu bar. This is the toolbar. I have seen this is the toolbar. This is the project window. That how many projects are created in Java. This is the project window. Are you created in Java? All these projects are going to be displayed in this window. For example, I am creating 2 or 3 projects. Then this project, along with their packages, along with their files, will be displayed here. Another person or another programmer, he is also creating three applications or 3 projects. Then this will be listed also here. So later I can navigate any of these applications here on this project window. So this project window helps the different programmers to navigate to their different files or different projects or the files or applications. When I have to create a new project file, you have to go to the menu bar, file, then new project. I can see new project, and you can see here a pop-up window will display in which the category is selected as Java and the project is written as Java application. Just click on the next. You have to select the Java. If it is not selected, then you have to select Java and Java application. Then you have to create next. In the project name, I have already told you that the by default project names are like Java application 1, Java application 2, like this. As you can see that this is Java application 2, I will just rename it as simple interest.
Please. You can see this is the main.java in which the package name or the project name or Java application name is simple interest. The class main public static void main string arguments to do code application logic here means I have to write down the code here. The application telling that the programmer is to write down the codes here. This is the main window in which this one is public, static dynamic memory allocation is there. So public means this can access all the data from any applications, okay, or any data members or method from other projects or applications or other classes. So to do the coding logic here, but before that, in this application, as this is, we have to create a form. I'm going to form create kariya like can the form create kare. This is simple interest project in which I'll click simple interest source package, that are simple interest, right click, new JFrame form. As you can see, I will other देखो simple interest package name अच्छी, click कला, ता भितरे simple interest package अच्छी गोटे, main गोटिए program, main गोटिए हमरो file अच्छी main.java, simple interest पर right click करिवो, new JFrame form, new JFrame format हम हमरो application design करिवो. Class name, I will give a class name like SI, means simple interest. As you can see, this is the window on which I have to make the or we have to create the designs. For the design, I have already told you can see this is written palette window. I have already told you that the palette window consists of the graphical user interface control GUI controls using which the design can be created easily. All these controls are present here. All these controls are present here. These controls are to be dragged and dropped from the palette window on the form to create the design. So, what I will need one. These are swing controls. You can see swing controls. I will need label controls. As I told, label controls. Next, I will need text field controls and the buttons. I will click label 1. You can see the written J label 1, then J label 2, J label 3. I will drag and drop J label 4. Then text field 1, text field 2, text field 3, text field 4. You can see the names in the inspector window like J label 1, J label 2, J label 3, J label 4. These are 4 label controls. J text field 1, J text field 2, J text field 3. J stands for Java. Okay. And I need a button like this button. I will place the button. Next, I will just edit the text. Okay. Or you can just right click on these controls, edit text, or you can select these controls, go to the properties window. This is the properties window. You have to select the text. Text is J label 1. You can change the text here like enter principal. You can see this is changed. I will change here. But change data में change करें वो तो हमें डायरेक्ट एडी डबल क्लिक कर change कर करें बा edit text में right click edit text में कर करेगा कि बा edit click करेंगे तब properties जाएगी this is the properties window जोड़ा click करता property देखो J label 3 click करें J label 3 property देखो जी text page 3 click करें text page 3 property देखो जी so J label 3 click करी तारा edit text property हम change करेगा enter rate of interest. Enter rate of interest. The last one is enter. You will edit text. I might click by enter time.
a simple application जो कि there will be use of no loop, किसी no loop रे use नहीं, conditions रे use नहीं. This is simple statements. यदि edit text आपको out of sheet that एरिया में बाहर कर देखेगा. That text हम स्टोर करेगा. Simple text. एक result देखिए आप. Simple text is okay. Directly edit text blank. So blank करें कारण कि हम डाटा एंटर करेगा edit text blank edit text blank edit text blank. The button, I will place the button here. I will read in the button. Find SI. Okay. Then how to write down the coding? I will just double click on this button. You can see two things here. One is design, one is source. You can directly go to the source window to write down the code. You can go to the design window. On which button I will click? को button में click करले से event टा हवो. से बटन इवेंट रे हम कोडिंग टा लिखिबो. सो एटी जो बटन टा अछि से बटन टा ना कोन हमर जे बटन 1 द टेक्स्ट मु देछि सिंपल इंटरेस्टिंगली फाइंड एसआई को. सो ये बटन ऊपर मु डबल क्लिक करी. देखो एटी कोड एडिटर विंडोज जो के आसीला लिखा है प्राइवेट वॉइड जे बटन 1 एक्शन परफॉर्म मींस जे बटन 1 रे एक्शन रे हमें कोन कोडिंग हमें एटी देखि. टू डू add your handling code here and write down the coding here. So I will start coding. Int. How many variables are required? Mainly 3 variables. 4 variables. Int P for principal, T for time, R for rate of interest. So I have taken 3 variables P, T, R as integers and float. Float S right. What is P? Just see the design part. What is P? P is the value entered in J text field 1. P is the value entered in text field 1. So P is equal to what? J integer dot parseInt J text field 1 dot get text. Simple logic is here. J text field 1 dot get text. Get text is a method which is used to access the data from the text field. So J get text field use करके हमें J text field 1 और डाटा आने by default text field जहाँ भी डाटा रहे से डाटा हमारा string format रे और text format रे रहे. You have to convert that into another data type that is known as integer. So for converting the text data type or string data type into integers, we have to use integer dot parseInt. So I use integer dot parseInt method. So it will convert the whatever the data in the text field into the integer. So we convert it to integer as store in P. P रे स्टोर कर देला. Similarly, what is R? R is equal to, you can see here, design, rate of interest Z decimal 2 and time ପାଇଁ ହେଲା Z decimal 3. I will simple write in integer dot percent Z text field 2 dot get text. Similarly, t is equal to, for entering the time in Z text field 3, integer dot percent Z text field 3 dot get text. I will select the options here. I can write down. Also, I can select the options from here. If you have any doubts in the coding syntax, okay, or spellings. So I entered three things. T for principal, R for rate of interest, T for time. What is the formula? SI is equal to, you know that SI is equal to PTR by 100. Okay, simple interest is equal to principal into time into rate of interest divided by 100. So is equal to T into R by 100. Next. So SI is found out. Next, what we have to do? हम SI भाग SI टा कोड देखेगा. हमें देखेगा कोड देखो टी. Z text field 4 हमें देखेगा. Okay. So Z text field 4 देखा पे हम कौन लिखा पड़ी? Z text field 4 dot set text. Text set करिए. कहाँ set कर? कहाँ set कर देखिए SI. Okay. I'll use the double quote here because मुझे नहीं कहती थी जे text field में जहाँ भी हम enter करें by default that is dot string or text data type. So एक तो जहाँ भी डाटा आनी सब इंटीजर कन्वर्ट कर रखी है तो जहाँ डाटा देखें तो स्ट्रिंग में कन्वर्ट करी देखें. So how to convert that into string? By using the double quotes because we know that a string construct is always placed within the double quotes. Next, we have to run the program. But if you run the program, okay, let's run the program. This is running the program. Build successful. Total time 1 second, but no output is displayed. No output displayed only because to one thing, that is we have not created an object for this class. हमें जो class है जिस class में हमें object create करना है. Class is a concept, but using the objects we have to access the coding, the methods or the any variables used in the programming language. So we have to create an object of the class. What is the class name? SI. The class name is SI. So in the main.java, this is the coding we have written in the JFrame. This is the coding we have written inside the SI, that is a frame. But to declare the object, we have to go to the main. This is the main. Okay. How will declare an object? To declare an object, you have written like this: class name space object name class name space object name is equal to new class name. This thing you have written, class name space object name is equal to new class name. What is your class name? SI. Okay. SI space object name. Let us think that the object name is OBJ. OBJ is equal to new class name, that is SI. So we have created an object of the class SI. Next we have to what to do? SI dot set visible.
The object dot set obj dot set visible to true means the object will be displayed set visible to true. Next, if you run the program, you can see now I will run the program, it will display like this. Okay, if you enter the data here, like the principal rate, it is 15,000, rate of interest is 8%, time is up to 6 years, kind and psi version, then it is 7200. As you can see, the result is 7. So it will change the data here, like 1 lakh, it is up to 10 years, it is up to 14, then it is 1,40,000. The coding part you can see here. I will compare the coding with this. This is JTextField1, JTextField2, JTextField3. So in JTextField1 I have entered the principal. So P is equal to the value of JTextField1. This is interest. So R is equal to the value of JTextField2. This is time. So this is the value of JTextField3. Simple interest. I found the simple interest by SI equal PTR. Then JTextField4 I have shown the result of SI. So this is how the first program we have executed. Next we'll go for another program, the second program, that is how to enter the marks in 4 subjects and find their total mark, percentage and division. So for this, I'll close all these applications here. For this, I'll go another file, new project. Already the Java and Java applications are selected, but you have to see whether it is Java and Java applications are selected or not. Next, we have to give a project name like it is division. Finish. You can see one main file is created, main.java, the package name division, and you have to create the objects here. In the main class, you have to create the objects. So as you have to enter the data using the text field controls, so you have to create a form. So how to create a form? I am ordered to right click on Java, new JFrame form. Right click on this application, then new JFrame form. You have to create a form name here. For example, it is div, division. Finish. So on this form, we have to create the design. यहाँ पे हम design इन्हें create करेंगे. हमारे काम कौन करता है? देखो कि मुझे अभी कहती थी all these things are present here, all these controls are present here in the swing controls. We will need labels, we will need buttons, we will need text fields. So label 1, label 2, label 3, label 4. These labels are to display what to enter the data. Then label 5 to show the total mark, label 6 to show the percentage, label 7 to show the division. And to enter the data, we have to use text field controls, JTextField1, JTextField2. You have just to click here and drag it here. JTextField3, JTextField4, JTextField5, JTextField6, JTextField7. You have to take one button also here, find the result. But next I edit all these things. Edit text, edit frame connect करो. जहाँ भी हमें instruction दबा दो चाहूँगा user. Edit enter marks in pages. Edit click enter marks
chemistry. Enter marks in math. Right. What is this? This is total mark. This is percentage. This is division. So there are seven labels are there, which I have changed their text property. Next text field control हम property change करें तो blank करिएगा. Size করছি আমি. Button change করছি, calculate. Okay. So there is a total design. देखो design हमें जो form में करीबा सेटा main focus है how which controls are to be used. को controls हम use करिया, को controls में हमें data enter करिया. एटी जो program में करिए इसमें mainly वो text fields use करी data enter करिया है, buttons use करी coding में किया. So how many text field? Text field 1, this is the text field 1. Text field 1 में physics mark enter करिए, text field 2 में chemistry mark, text field 3 में maths. Text whatever these marks I have to enter. In text field 5 I have to display the total mark, text field 6 I have to display the percentage, and text field 6 I have to display the division. So just double click on the calculate button. I'll write down the code here. So how many variables are required? How many variables are required? Int. So Java is highly case sensitive. That means the uppercase and lowercase have their different meanings. Means capital letters and small letters have their different meanings. If you write down int in capital, it will keep the error. Int phy for physics, chp for chemistry, mat for math, and it and total mark, total then period. So I have taken 6 variables here. One is physics, chemistry, math, IT, total and percentage. Total 6 variables. In physics, chemistry, math and IT I will enter the marks. In total percentage I will display all those things. So the first one is PH5. Physics is, what is the physics? It's the mark that is entered in the J text field 1. And the math that is entered in the J text field. I can see here. This is the J text field 1, enter marks in physics. J text field 2, enter mark in chemistry. J text field 3, enter marks in math. J text field 4, enter marks in IT. So J text field 1 ର data ଆସି ରହିବ physics ରେ, text field 2 ର data ଆସି ରହିବ chemistry ରେ, text field 3 ର data ଆସି ରହିବ math ରେ, text field 4 ର data ଆସି ରହିବ IT ରେ. So what is integer dot percent J text field 1 dot get text. Okay. Similarly, chemistry is equal to integer dot percent J text field 2 dot get text. Chemistry J text field data रहेगा dot get text. Similarly, MAT, math, integer, dot awesome. The text field 3 dot get text. The last one is it is equal to integer dot awesome. J text field 4 dot get text. আপনারা দেখতে পারতে যে এটি যাবে ডাটা এন্ট্রি করি physics j text field 1 chemistry text field 2 math j text field 3 and IT j text field 4. Next I will calculate what will calculate the total percentage division. What is total? Total is equal to CHY plus CHE plus MHE plus IT. Four variables are there: PHY, CHE, MAT, IT. So I have added those four variables to find out the total mark. Next I will enter where to be total mark to be displayed. कोड हम डिस्प्ले करिबा देखन देखि जे डिजाइन को जिबा टोटल मार्क देखिबा कोठी j text field 4 देखो 1 2 3 4 this is j text field 5. So j text field 5 रे को डिस्प्ले करिबी टोटल मार्क. So how to display j text field 5 dot set text total. देखो मेटिक रन पे देखो जे कि ता पई हम गोटे ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करिया पड़िबो ताहार आमे जो क्लास नै छै क्लास नामे कोन नै छै div क्लास नामे छै div. Let us write the total coding then create the objects. Okay, I'll display here. Next I'll find the percentage here. Okay, let us assume that the total marks is 100 in each subject. Total marks of 100 subject. So TR is equal to what? Total by 400 into 100. So total by 4. Next, we have to find the division. The division is in plus 2 council. If you get 60 or 60% above, it is first class. 50 to 59, it is second class. And 30 to 49, it is third class. Or below that, it is fourth. Okay. So let's put a condition. If the percentage greater than equal to 60, then what it will show? It will show j text field one thing. I have found the percentage here, so I have to display the percentage. Where to find display the percentage? In the design area, then here percentage. So this is what? This is j text field 6. Okay. So j text field 6 dot set text. So if percent, then we have to display the division. Where do we have to display the division? In j text field 7. So when did j text field 7. So j text field 7 dot set text. First, is the first division. I'll say. Let's see, I'll put some condition here. That is here percentage greater than equal to 50. Then what will happen? Then j text field 7 dot set text second. Then say percentage greater than equal to 40, 30. Then it what will show? It will display 30. So j text field 7 dot set text. Third, last one else. It is fair. J text field 7 dot set text. Okay. So this is total program I have created. If you will click the run button, you can see in the output window build successful. Nearly no time taken, but the windows is not displayed. To display the windows, you have to create the object of the class. In the main.java, रे आमे तार ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करबा कहारो जहार आमे डिस्प्ले करछे कोडा डिस्प्ले करछे div.java. सो क्लास div को डिस्प्ले करिबी. सो क्लास div रे गोटे ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करिकि सेठी मो डिस्प्ले करिबी. सो main.java बोली div रे ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करिबी. ऑब्जेक्ट केमती क्रिएट करा जाय क्लास नेम कोन div स्पेस ऑब्जेक्ट नेम obj is equal to new class name is div. देखो class name space object name is equal to new class name है div here. So div space object name है obj new class name. So एठी तबे डिस्प्ले करे पे को obj dot set visible is equal to true. ताकि मु visible करियो. जदि एबे मु तब रन करूची देखो एबे विंडोज आसला एटे मु किछ भी डाटा एंटर करि जदि 78 केमिस्ट्री 88 मैथ रे 74 आईटी रे 85 जदि मु कैलकुलेट बटन क्लिक करूची त देखौची टोटल मार्क 325 परसेंटेज 81 एंड इट इज फास्ट. जदि मार्क कमौची किछि 45 32 calculate 229 marks 57% and second. I can also display the data in percentage also. Percentage display karke using a string attached to it. Okay. It will enter the 67, 66, 44, 33. You can see the total 210 marks, 52% in second division. It will display. So this is the second program. Let us go to the third program, that is to print star pattern. Okay, to print the star pattern using the loops. So again, I will start from file, new project, Java application. Next button, I'll give a name here. Pattern. Star pattern. So package star pattern is created. I'll just write down the coding here because we do not have to use any form here. We'll just display the data in the output console. So int R, C, R for row, C for column. So R is equal to, next one loop is created for R is equal to 1, R less than equal to 5, R plus plus. Another loop for C equal to 1, C less than equal to R, C plus plus. System dot out dot println. Print. What will print? I'll print star. In the outer loop, I'll write system dot print ln. So let us see. I have taken two variables, row and column. The row is the outer loop, the highlighted the outer loop, row is equal to 1, row less than 5, row plus plus. In the inner loop, I have created a column that will be equal to or less than equal to row. We have to find the factor. If you run this, you can see the output here. You can see the output here, the output window. You can see the output console. 1, 2, 3. The output is displayed here. It will just make it 4. It will make it 4 and run it again. It displayed 4 rows and 4 columns. It made 5, display 5 rows and 5 columns. So the simple concept, just using the two loops. One is the outer loop, one is the inner loop. Using those outer loops and inner loops, I have created the pattern, star pattern, to display the pattern. And the last program that we have is the concept of inheritance. We'll create a class from another class, we'll create the class from another class, then we'll write the coding for a parent class, we'll write the coding for a child class, and we'll create an object of the child class. Then those objects will access the properties of the parent class and itself. So let us see. We'll go for new project, Java application. Next, write down the inheritance. Finish. So the main package is created, inheritance. Our main application is created whose name is inheritance. Then I have to create two classes. I will create two classes. One, suppose, how to create the class? Before this program, so we have created the forms or JFrame forms. In this, we create the package classes. So new Java class. You have to give a class name here. For example, animal. Finish. Now animal is created inside the package Java. I will just use a simple method here, like public void it, as every animal can create. So I will use a method it. The function of the it is, or it method is, system dot out, or display system dot out dot println again it. So I have just created a class animal, inside which I have created a method. The method name is it, and that the function of that method, or that method will print just again it. So I will create another class here. Go to the inheritance, Java class, suppose dog. So inside the package inheritance, dog class is created. I will create another method here, like public void bar. And write down the coding for this method bar, that is system dot out dot println bar. Okay. So I have created two classes.
One is animal class, one is dog class. You can see one is animal class, one is dog class. Now, dog is a class which is inherited from the class animal. Means the animal is the parent class, dog is the child class. So if I extend the class dog from class animal, I inherit the properties of the animal to the dog, because here animal is the parent class, dog is the child class. So how to create a class from another class? Using the extends keyword. So public class dog extends animal. I have tried on this one. So class dog extends animal. This is the parent class, out of which the class is created a child class, that is dog. Now go to the main.java. We have to create the objects here. हमें कहाँ object create करिबा? Child. एटे एटाला animal वाला parent, dog वाला child. तो child का object create करिबा. Child की dog dog. So जो space obj is equal to new dog. Okay. I will access two methods. The method of dog, that is bar, and the method of animal, that is it. And so those two methods will work here. So we say dot it. Then obj dot bar. You can see this. If you run this, it will display like this. I can eat, I can bar. So obj.eat is the method. What is this? This is the method of parent class. Obj.bar, this is the method of child class. If I will create an object of animal, I will create the object of animal, then this will show the error, because bark is not a method of animal. Bark is a method of its child. So child class methods cannot be inherited to the parent class. Only the parent class methods can be inherited to the child class. So I have to make it dog. So if we run this, it will give the programming output like this. I can eat, that is the method of the parent. I can bark, that is the method of the child. So dear students, in this session we have discussed nearly 4 Java programs. The first one is simple program using the 3 inputs like simple to find the simple interest. The second program using the conditions, else if ladder, to find percentage and division of a student. Third one is the concept of loop, by using we will print the star pattern. And the last one is the concept of inheritance, using which we have shown that the properties of one class is inherited to another class. So thank you all. I hope you have enjoyed the class. Thanks.